What's going on, YouTube? This is Diggerman Fly reporting from Diggerman Fly Studios. Nah, just kidding. But this is it right here. Axial SCX10 Honcho. This is already completed. The build is done. Have a little tips and hints here, or call it whatever you want to, but I'm just gonna go over the entire chassis, everything I've done pretty much. You guys, if you've already been following my videos, you guys know I pretty much built it from scratch. Okay, so right here on the shocks, what you want to do, I know one of the steps, it pretty much says it says about these little stoppers here. Let me zoom in here. These little stoppers to travel, take those off. You want to take those off. You would have more travel if you take these little bumpers off. Okay, when you fill your shocks with the oil, make sure you take those bubbles out and you squeeze the shock up to the top so the oil is up on the top, and then you put the cap back on, because if you just pull it back down, you're still allowing air, and it's not going to give you a good good resistance, pretty much. So you have that little tip there. Let's see. What part? Okay, this part here. On the drive shaft, the little set screw in there. You want to, if you're running the metal parts like I am right now, there's a little lip that these metal. Let me turn on the flash here real quick. Okay, now this is better. Okay, there's this little lip on this metal part of the drive shaft. There's a little lip. You want to grind it down so you can get this part closer to the diff. Pretty much, yeah, the gear diff inside, and this little tip here. So that way you have better grip. I went crawling out not too long ago to try and test it on its first run, and this set screw kept coming out. I used Loctite, but it kept coming out, and I finally got it done. So now it's pretty tight in there. Okay, so that's one. Two, they sell Proline sells. I think it's Proline or might be G-Made, but they make RC Bits. RC Bits. I know they make one as well. It's a little lip up here that pretty much brings your bumper higher, because you want your bumper higher so when you approach a wall, a rock, whatever, your tires are the first one to grab, not your bumper. So that you want to take into consideration if you're really into crawling. The lights. If you have a separate module to run the lights on the body, go ahead and do it. I don't have that separate module. It all runs to my ESC, my receiver. I'm sorry, my receiver. I have to put them like I did right here. Let me turn off the flash. I put two as the regular fog lights, and then I put smaller fog lights on the bottom. So when I turn it on, it looks all bright and dandy. The motor, I have the Integy. I got that soldered on with the rooster. It's a pretty tight fit. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty tight fit. This is the ESC. This is the motor. And you see how tight that is. If I turn it around here, you can see it's pretty tight. It's in there. I mean, let's get it. Okay, there we go. We got a clear view. Okay, so you want to make sure you get the right motor, because if you get an extra long motor, you're stuck with that ESC. I mean, you could do a mount here for the ESC, or even try to balance it if you buy a smaller battery. I run bigger batteries for more runtime. My 5200, well, 5.2 Integy 2-cell 40C, I got at least 3 hours of crawling time. It sounds unbelievable, but yes, it's true. 4 hours. I took my extra 3 lipos that I have, did not even have to use them. I ran one straight pack, and that's with the lights being on the entire time, and I'll be running the winch soon. And I ran three straight hours with one pack, and I got home and I was still running with it. So it could have gotten for more until I put it on my short course, of course, and like after 10-15 minutes it went dead. That's that being said, you want to make sure your motor and your ESC, they both pretty much have a good fit. Okay. I saw this little upgrade in one of the videos on YouTube, and I thought of getting it myself because you do need a cover for your spur gear and your pinion, because you'll be getting rocks and dirt and mud and all that crams up and it'll mess up your spur gear. This is a great idea, good investment. This is a couple bucks, I believe like $5 or $6. This little piece here, but it brings the entire set. This brings the screws, this back part, so it attaches and it'll protect your spur gear. If you need to tighten your spur gear or your slipper clutch, you just pop this little thing out and you just put in your little tool in there. Okay. Nothing much to the back. There's a I saw online there's an upgrade if you want more travel with the stock shocks. It's like a little Y. It connects here, and it comes straight down in a Y. So it's like a piece. You could build it yourself if you have the right tools. It's a Y, 2 screws, and then it has 2 holes, and then it has 1, 2, 3 holes. So you can pick how far you want to go down and just smooth this screw there. So that way you have more travel and more articulation on your crawler. Okay, so I had the stock tires on here, but I went with the Proline Super Swampers. They're $25. It's a little, but they're the 1.9 Super Swampers. So they're the G8 series. Let me show you what they look like. Pretty much brand new. I haven't ran these at all. They're pretty weighted. They're standalone. There's a lot of weight here. Okay, so I got all 4 here. Okay, so those will be going on. The weight I used was, let's see, was a 1/4 ounce. So there was 24 pieces, a 1/4 ounce of lead with the adhesive tape on it. And I wrapped this set brings 2 long pieces, and I used both of them on one tire. So I bought 2, so I could have enough weight. Of course, no weight on the back. Now let me show you the body. I did this paint on my own. This is my first time painting a body. Has little scratches, but it's because of the first crawl. Yeah, I know you see the glare. There goes the glare. The glare, I'll tell you the trick on that now in a minute. Okay. Here goes the back. Already installed. I'll tell you the difference of the color here in a minute as well. Okay. And the inside is gray, of course. And the back is black, of course. Now, why did I do that? Let me tell you. Okay. This is the way I painted the sparkles, well, or the pearlescent. I did not know that my local hobby shop sold the pearlescent paint, but I kind of did it on my own. Everybody liked it, and they didn't know I was able to do it, or you were able to do it. But what I used was the silver for back here, the chrome. I did a light coat of it as the first paint on the entire body, pretty much, with everything masked out, of course. You can see the lights there. I did them as well. I painted them black. The lights. There goes the lights. And then after that, I proceeded to paint the orange. Right? Painted the orange. And I gave it at least 4 or 5 coats. And then I proceeded to paint the black afterwards. And then I covered it all in silver, completely, like 2 or 3 coats of silver. Why did I do that? Now, if the tires scratch on the sides, if anything scratches it on the side, it'll first scratch the silver before it scratches the paint. It's a little tip. If you guys want to take it, hey, go ahead. But that's my little personal opinion. If I don't want my body to look like crap here, like my short courses sometimes, where you could see the wheel because it's rubbing, I throw the main paint on, and then I just put a different coat underneath, like 2 or 3 coats, so that way it stays strong and just scratches that paint, not the real paint. same as the back. I did the back in black. So if it rubs, it's not gonna rub up on the silver part. Of course, I have the spare tire. Now these little, I saw this little upgrade sort of thing in on one of the websites I was on, and it's like these little rubber hoses I got from like AutoZone or Pet Boys, and it just gives it a look to it. It gives it like a little like a nice trailblazer look. Let me try to focus here. Yeah, like a little trailblazer. So I found these orange zip ties that match the orange color, so I'll be replacing the white ones with the orange. So it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's that's my first paint job right there. Everybody thought it came out pretty cool. They actually liked it. So, and then of course I added the stickers, Castle, Proline, Novak, and the normal Axials. I didn't want to bombard it with stickers. I actually put some on the roll cage. Pretty nice little detail there. And that little Axial symbol you see back there, it was actually one of the masking tapes for the truck itself. So I decided to put it in the back there in case I decide just to run freely on the roll cage. That way it looks pretty sweet on there. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire build I did in 2.5 days, I'd say. 2.5 days, yeah. It took me to build this entire kit. I have the winch for it. The winch, I have a Bulldog 9300 XT winch. I'll be installing as well. But like I said in my other videos, remember this part, you have to take it off to get to the receiver box. But that's about it. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. I'll try to answer the best of my knowledge. And I mean, like I said, I built this kit, and if you have any issues, I could pretty much. I see a lot of videos on YouTube that they don't give advice or tips or any problems they encounter. They just try to show you on the fly. Hey, this is how you do it. But I actually went through a full video, and everything that happened to me and I encountered, I did not see him cover it. So I'm trying to do my best here, covering every detail, every bit of the build, so you guys could know what to do in case that's the situation when you buy your Honcho kit. So that's about it. Rate, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I will answer your questions if you have any. Thank you.